ask Mohit Paul. This is the fear of the Muslim side. This is the fear of a lot many people like Sumant Raman, that you're starting off with this maintainability of a plea of offering worship, but who's to say that it will stop there? Because after all, we've seen the Advocate Commissioner's report. Now the court has said that be taken into cognizance. But ultimately, the fear is that all of this will be used to change the religious character of this place.
But Zaka, that cannot be done. You see, you have to see what the suit is for and the reliefs which are there in the suit. So therefore, I really doubt that can actually happen, and the fears are misplaced.
No, but if at some point the Hindu side takes this forward and says there needs to be carbon dating, there needs to be the incorporation of the Advocate Commissioner's report, what its findings are, so on and so forth, wouldn't that be a prelude or laying the groundwork for changing the character of this place of worship?
You see, as on date, that is not the plea which is there before the court, and on the basis of that, the judge has held that Places of Worship Act is not applicable. So therefore, as and when if that plea comes, it will be judged as per the law at that point of time.
Okay, let me also get a word in from our other guest. Let's go across to Kailash Adhikari as well. Kailash, so, one of the things, historically, if you were to look at the records, there is evidence to show that the Kashi Vishwanath temple was demolished. It was later rebuilt. And there is evidence to show that it was during Aurangzeb's time that this masjid came into existence. But be that as it may, the question that's being asked is, that is also part of our history. Why are you making modern day Muslims pay for the sins of omission and commission made by people 300, 400 years ago?
Zaka, the current plea in front of the court is simply where certain petitioners are asking their fundamental right, which they were following, that is the right to follow one's religion and to offer their prayers to the deity, which are there in a certain area of a particular complex. Now, since the matter is in front of the judiciary has taken note of it, and I don't see that this matter should be blown up into any political one, because judiciary is an important pillar of our democracy, the non-discriminatory as well as the impartial one. If a plea has been accepted by the Honorable Judiciary and the next date of hearing, I believe, is stated on 22nd September, then I believe that both the party, that is the petitioner as well as the respondents, must obey by the same. And I don't see any cause of action here which could lead to any political turmoil or any kind of disturbance. The order, today's verdict is simply of acceptance of a plea, and going forward, the plea will be decided on merits. So naturally, we must now see how the matter unfolds in front of the Honorable Judiciary.
Let me ask Rahul Easwar, the Places of Worship Act was enacted in 1991. This was in the run-up to the Babri Masjid demolition. And basically what it said was, as per Section 4, that the religious character of a place shall not be changed. In fact, wouldn't it be better that an amendment were brought to the Places of Worship Act rather than go on a case-by-case basis? And there are, God knows, thousands of masjids that have come up on top of Hindu temples because of our own unique history. But if you're going to be challenging this act, wouldn't it be rather better off that the BJP, with the majority it has, brings in an amendment to change this act rather than individual petitioners approach court, which will just be an endless and needless cycle?
Asaka, two quick submissions. What happened in Babri Masjid and the demolition was a scar in the soul of India. I think every person agrees. Advani ji went on to say that it was the saddest day of his life. And Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the Ajata Shatru of Indian politics, went on to say sorry twice on what happened. We are all apologetic regarding what happened. But yes, that's a very sensitive space for Hindus. At last, Supreme Court came up with a consensus formula where our Muslim brothers got almost twice the amount of land they had in Ayodhya in another place, and a holy mosque is also being built there. Yes, as you rightly said, there is an apprehension in the mind of Muslim brothers, because some of our community members have been saying about so-called 30,000, some people say 3,000, some people say 40,000 temples. But all the responsible voices, whether it be the most powerful Hindu organization head, Sarsang Chalak Mohan Bhagawatji, categorically said, we cannot dig deep into every mosque and say a Shivling is there. And he said, we are not going to be party for any more agitation. And there was a particular unique time in history that we had to be a part of it. So understand that sense of moderation from Hindu organizations too. See, there was, as I pointed out earlier, Will Durant said it's the bloodiest chapter of human history. Thousands and thousands of temples were destroyed. But we all, as mature adults, realize that we cannot take revenge on history. At the same point of
मौलाना
time, some
कादरी साहब,
modifications.
जो राहुल ईश्वर भी दोहरा रहे हैं कि ये सिर्फ 3 मंदिरों की बात हो रही है और पिछले 20-30 सालों से अयोध्या, काशी और मथुरा, ऐसा नहीं है कि हजारों मस्जिद जो हैं उनको तोड़ा जाएगा, उनके ऊपर टेम्पल्स आएंगे, ऐसा नहीं है। सिर्फ 3 की बात हो रही है और 3 की बात ही चल रही है पिछले 20-25 सालों में से।
देखिए ज़का साहब, यही हालात को देखते हुए ही 1991 वर्शिप एक्ट जो है लाया गया था। अब रहा सवाल कि ये 3 मसलों को भी अगर हम कानून के हिसाब से अगर देखना चाहेंगे तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमको जो है वो 1991 वर्शिप एक्ट को खत्म करना होगा। अगर हम कानून से हट करके भाईचारगी से और आपस में संवाद के जरिए कोई ये तीनों इश्यूज पर अगर बात कर सकते हैं देन ये बात हो सकती है। लेकिन अगर आप कानून के दायरे में जाते हुए, जैसे कि अभी आपने कहा कि कोर्ट की बात जो चल रही है, तो कोर्ट में तो सर आज ये जो है रिजेक्ट हुई अंजुमन की जो पिल थी, अब इसके ऊपर सुनवाई होगी, एक लॉन्ग प्रोसेस से चलता जाएगा। लेकिन चाहे मथुरा हो, काशी हो, ज्ञानव्यापी हो, इनको कानून के दायरे में अगर काम करना चाहते हैं तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमको वर्शिप एक्ट को खत्म करना होगा, उसके बाद में ये काम होगा। नहीं तो फिर
कानून के दायरे पर ही आज जो कोर्ट ने फैसले सुनाया आज, वो तो कानून के तौर पे ही हो रहा है ना। कम से कम अदालत की तो मानेंगे आप
ना। अदालत की तो मानेंगे, सुनवाई होगी, लेकिन नेचर कैसे चेंज करेंगे सर? सुप्रीम कोर्ट की रूलिंग को क्या हम इग्नोर करेंगे?
नेचर किसी को चेंज करने की मतलब अपेक्षा भी नहीं है कादरी साहब। सिर्फ उनका अपेक्षा ये है, उनका प्ली ये है जो 1993 तक वो करते आ रहे थे, उसको बस रिवाइव करना है। But anyway, let me go back to
just give me 30 seconds, जेकब सर। मैं आपको बोलना ये चाहता हूँ कि गौरी श्रृंगार की पूजा की अनुमति मांगी जा रही है, तो फिर बाबा दिख गए, ये क्या है सर? फिर वहां पर क्या होगा? तो क्या वहां पर नेचर चेंज नहीं होगा? होगा बराबर। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमको सुप्रीम कोर्ट को ओवररूल करना पड़ेगा। क्या करेंगे हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट को ओवररूल?
नहीं, एक सेकेंड। बाबा मिल गए, वो जो शिवलिंग जैसे वो एक प्रतिमा मिला था, उसके ऊपर अभी सर्वे होगी, उसके ऊपर कार्बन डेटिंग अगर कोर्ट ने अनुमति दी तो वो होगी। ये तो पता करना होगा ना कि वो क्या है। ये तो साइंटिफिकली पता करना पड़ेगा कि ये क्या है, कितने दिनों से वो वहाँ है, क्या ये वजू खाना का कुछ स्ट्रक्चर है या क्या ये वाकई शिवलिंग है। ये तो मैटर ऑफ कोर्ट का जो ट्रायल चलेगा, ये सब चीजें उसके अंदर प्रूव होना पड़ेगा। बट एनीवे